What's up, everyone? Yeah, I drive with the windows open. It's been a while since I gave you an update on my 96 Toyota HiAce van, and it is 0 hour or golden hour, whatever you call it. The sun is going down. So I wanted to let you know what we've been up to since you last saw the van, which was a while ago when I took it to service at In Touch Motorsports. Here are the updates. So I haven't really changed too much of the van. There's a couple of things I've added that you'll see on the inside. So I've added these two guys. They're just like little mascots here, but as you can see, everything is still stock. Stock radio, stock water bottle, did not bring that from Japan. And El Smoko, I keep him here. Do you remember my dog, Smoke, from Okinawa? He passed about a year ago, so I still keep him there because he's kind of awesome. And I do the mystery machine thing. Now, a couple of things that I added that I didn't show you guys before. And one of them is the bull bar. So this bull bar I got off of like Japanese eBay, and I got it dirt cheap. And it came with the lights, the covers, and everything I needed to do. I thought it was gonna be a big deal to install it, but I installed it pretty much a little bit before I left Okinawa. So it's just a few screws on the bottom to the frame. The cool thing about this one on eBay is that it came with the harness. So you're probably wondering, did you Mickey Mouse it or anything like that? No, it came with the harness. As you can see, there's some cutouts here. So we put it right here. And the cool part is I didn't know what these dots meant, but if you look at it, this dot means that the lights, the regular inside lights on the inside of the main headlights are on, and this one means that the floodlights are on. So it's very cool. Now, one of them is out, but you know, I'll fix that a little later. Now, more importantly, on the odometer, can you see that? I don't know if you see it. I'll back up and I'll zoom in. We are at 198,000 kilometers. I do want to show you how excited I was when I did hit like certain milestones on the odometer. Super nervous when I brought it here because I didn't really have anyone to service it right away. So when I did find Spencer at In Touch, it was very cool. But here are some of the exciting moments of me switching, just the odometer rolling. And for me, it was like a big deal. For you, you probably don't care. But I'm gonna show it anyway. Is about to turn 180,000 kilometers right now. Did it go? Yeah! Woo! 180,000. Yeah, baby. Go, Fantasy, go! Woo!
Many months later.
Look at that, boys. 199,000 kilometers on Fantasy. Start off with 116 in Okinawa. Now we're in San Diego and I'm looking at 199. And she's running strong. So that's me going crazy at the odometer, flipping and flipping and flipping and flipping. For those of you that remember me, I bought this van from the auction and they shipped it over to me in Okinawa, and I had 110 or 116,000 kilometers on it. And now we're almost approaching 200,000, which means I'll probably have to change the timing belt, water pump. I'll do the transmission while I'm doing that. And I'll also do an oil change again. I have changed the oil, the air filter twice, once in Okinawa, once here, and I'll probably buy another one off of eBay very soon so that I can change it when I do everything else again. Only because California's kind of dusty. There's a lot of dust around here, more so than in Oki, so I just want to make sure that everything's running smoothly and the HiAce goes on to live for another 300,000 kilometers. So I did end up buying these really cool original hubcaps off of Japanese eBay. So they're all pretty cool. They're great. They look exactly like the ones that I have. And basically it's just because the other ones were very, very, very scuffed up, and I do not like to have them scuffed up. Everything else is pretty much the same as you guys remember it. Let me just open this here so you can see. It's kind of windy here in California. Get this up here so you can see. And I'll open this so it opens, let some light in. There you go. Still got the sunroof. I bought this just because of California, that little thing you lock on the steering wheel so they won't steal it. But still got the Toyota floor mats. Still got the cup holders here, cigarette here, storage, and of course, what everybody loves about this is that you can do this, sorry. There we go. And do that. And now the seats are facing each other. That's my old router, got a scrap, and that's my hockey gear. And that's Sumo, you remember him. We bought him at Sumo in Tokyo, our last trip before we left Okinawa. And he came, he was maybe about the size of that box, and you cut the plastic and he boosts open to that. So I like to have him in the passenger seat as a co-pilot, and I've got my blankets and stuff there. Really cool. Here's the AC for the back. Awesome. And again, these seats do fold down to make a bed. That one will pull forward flat. This one slides forward flat. And you can sleep in here. But why would you sleep in here? That's what hotels are for, and that's why we have beds in our homes. No need to sleep in the van. All right, so we're in the van. As you can see, I left the sunroof open so you can see out. All right, so this is just a sweatshirt I have here and a rag as I was cleaning the van today. So just put that over here for now so you can see. This is what the inside of the van looks like. We've got our glove box here. We've got our factory radio with cassette. It says a CD here, but I've never hooked up a CD. I don't know where the CD is. This is disc, but whatever. Got the climate control here. These are the controls for the curtains. Let me show you that. And by the way, let me show you how cool this starts off almost right away. Put the key in there. Turn it. Okay. That's just my radio. There we go. Perfect. So this, I hook up my radio via this little tuner thingy that my wife got me that gets you American radio, because on Japanese radio it only goes up to I think 96 FM or whatever, and then it stops. So I bought this just so I could put Sirius satellite radio on it. So here, just put on the AC. AC works. There we go. There it goes. And it's blowing super cold. Digital clock works. So I want to show you about this is what this button does here. So this button is for the back. So let's just go this way. See the back. The back opens up. There we go. Open, shut, open, shut. Now this next one over here is the side one. So the side ones open, and they leave that like little thin sheer curtain just so you don't get the sun in your face, and then we can close it. There we go. Closes it all up. Now right here I have a sunroof as well. I probably should have opened that so you can see this better. Keep a pen. There's my cigarette lighter. This is actually for coins. These little tchotchkes that I got from my son's baseball game don't fit in there, but they're actually for coins. And there's another coin holder back here too as well. You know, just normal drive, 2 cup holders. This is for the mirrors, and the mirrors do fold in. So let's do it this way. I hit this button here to fold in, and there you go. And then we can fold them out. I like doing that when we're like in a closed parking situations, because people around here don't look and they just smash into mirrors. I've seen it. It's crazy. You think people would have more common sense, but they don't. Now I did just give her a bath, so she is super, super, super clean, and washed all the windows. And there we see Pikachu. That's funny. Yeah. They're just hanging out in there. Everything's been really good on this van so far. The only thing that I've done is its normal oil change. The valve cover gasket, I changed that. Just made sure that everything was good. Spencer over at In Touch Motorsports is really good. If you are in the Southern California area and you're looking for JDM service, he does all GTRs and stuff. He's over in Santa Ana, and it's In Touch Motorsports. He's on Instagram and stuff, but I'll put the link in the description so you guys, if you need anything, you can hit him up. One thing that I'm not sure if I mentioned, you see I'm running the Okinawa plate up in front, and I'm running a Florida plate in back. Why is that? That's because California. So I went to the CHP, as you saw in a previous video. They wouldn't let me register it because they said it was a gray market vehicle, and I needed to have a bunch of stuff done to it. And I'm like, well, what kind of stuff? They're like, oh, it's like $10,000 worth of stuff. I'm like, $10,000? That kind of, this, what? And forget it. I sent the paperwork to Florida DMV, and within 7 days I had a license plate. I am a resident of the state of Florida. We are on military orders here in San Diego. Maybe we'll go back to Okinawa. That would be sweet. But for the meantime, we are here, and I am just loving this. This is my daily driver, everybody. I drive it every day. People look at me and they're like, hey, why are you driving this? You should be, you know, waxing it and garaging it and keeping it there. And I'm like, that's pretty silly. I don't know why anyone would do that. I don't know why anyone would just shove a car in their garage and never drive it. It doesn't make any sense to me. This thing not only holds a place in my heart because it's such a cool van. I mean, so freaking cool. I mean, look at the space. It looks like a small van. It's very slow on the highway. It goes about 65. I keep it under 2,500 RPMs. These things are notorious for overheating. I keep up with the maintenance. I wash it every other week, sometimes a little longer than that, I must say, but it is very, very, very cool. It's been a great van to bring back to the United States, and I do get a lot of looks. Okay, so being that I am now in the United States, I did add a few stickers, and I did add a few stickers to the window that I didn't have prior. So here's the US consulate in Naha, which was kind of cool. And I still have the blue seal, the Stanley Cup stuff, the Okinawa Route 54. I added the whalers, I added this, because I met somebody from there. I added that, sorry, Army, but I added that for you. I did find some old stickers that I had from Japan, so I put on the Orion from Okinawa, the beer there. I did the whaler stickers, the Yasha Dragons Okinawa. Give them a follow if you can, and also the US Navy because they're awesome. And of course, AFN 89.1. That's the radio station in Okinawa, the alternative to silence. So that's pretty much an update on the van. Sorry that I had to do it in the dark. I actually thought I had more time, but as you can see in California, they have mountains, and the sun goes behind the mountains, and then it gets cold, and then there's no more light. So this is the van that started it all. You gotta love it. I mean, it's fantastic. It's been fantastic for me, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you have any questions about the van, let me know. And by the way, if you want a van like this to import it in the United States, I do still have my contacts at Gunet over in Japan. They are in Nagoya, and they manage all the auction houses. So don't get scammed. Look at my old videos on how to buy a car in Japan or how to buy a JDM car in Japan. You can now get them shipped to the States. And this one is a 96, so you have to have it 25 years or older, so this more than qualifies for that. Hoping that when the new style HiAce that's out in Okinawa and Japan, the ones with this flat front ends, they look kind of the old 71, 72 Econoline vans. Once they come out, I'll be able to maybe grab one of those and bring one in. But right now, this is all I care about. This is the baby. This is fantastic. She's been really good to me. And if you want information on buying one, by the way, they're for sale like on Facebook Marketplace. I see them. They're a little pricey for the mileage on them and the condition. You might be able to get something better from Japan at the same price if you're willing to spend. And I'll just give you I'll show you a couple here. They're about $14,000 or $15,000, $20,000 for this one, which is kind of ridiculous. But you might be able to get a better one, low miles, better condition, more features, and more original, which is what I wanted. I didn't want somebody messing with the radio, cutting wires and stuff. So this is the one that I picked. This is the one that I love. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments. Also, drop in the comments if you think I'm nuts for daily driving this, because everybody says I am. I don't think I am. I mean, when you buy a car, you want to drive it, right? Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember, if you know anybody in the military, active duty or spouse, give them a hug or a handshake, because it ain't easy. And I will see you next video.